It was very strict, very kind of businesslike, everybody, you had to be really, really polite to the customers and greet every single customer as they came into the department. If there were customers that you recognised as being your customers or another sales assistant's customers, you would be, I'd just go and get the assistant that normally serves you, and then you would go and find that assistant and say, well, you know, your customers are here. But if they hadn't, nobody recognised them and they weren't kind of known to you, then you would always just go up to them, serve them. And it was full customer service. You didn't really leave them alone while they were in the department. You just helped them choose everything, and you showed them everything, and you opened packets, and you explained everything to them. Now if I go into a shop and that happens to me, I feel like I'm really hassled, but I don't think anybody did feel like they were really hassled. It was just a normal thing that the customers expected and the service that you gave them. So in the baby wear department, you used to get the mums and dads who obviously were expecting a baby coming in to buy all of their baby equipment. And I don't think there probably was anywhere else really around in Croydon where you could buy cots and prams. So they would come in and they would, you would say, well, how can I help you today? What are you looking for today? And they said, well, we've come to choose the cot today. So we had quite a lot of cots on display, but we always had lots and lots of catalogues. I can remember all these big, thick paper catalogues where you would flick through them and show them all the different designs. And then they would they would choose which cot they wanted, and they would say, you would say, yes, you're going to place the order. And then there was lots of paperwork as well to fill in the forms to order the cot from the manufacturer. And then the cot would come however many weeks later, and it would be delivered to our department, and it would be wrapped up. And I remember we had to unwrap it all and check it all and make sure it was all perfect and there wasn't any scratches or dents in it. And then we would wrap it back up with all this brown paper and string and everything, and then we would take it downstairs, and in the basement of Allders was kind of a delivery holding area. So in the delivery holding area there was all these kind of like metal cages, and all our customers had a metal cage with a little tag that we tied on with the customer's name on it. And then you would take their cot down and you would put it in there, into their own particular cage, waiting for when they were ready to have it delivered. And it would carry on like that throughout the pregnancy until they'd kind of really bought nearly all the clothes or equipment or things that they wanted to buy. So you ended up with a kind of full cage, and of course all this was carefully documented in all of these notebooks. There were so many different notebooks, I remember, and each customer had their own page in the notebook of what they've ordered, when they'd ordered it, when it was delivered, what was in the cage, and it'd been checked and everything. And then towards the end of the pregnancy, the customers would phone up and say that they were kind of ready for delivery. So then you would then be phoning the delivery department and negotiating kind of delivery day with them. And then you'd have to go down to the delivery area and show the delivery men and boys like what the cage was and everything in that cage. It was what had to be delivered to this address. So there was lots of kind of organising and planning. It wasn't just straightforward coming into the department store to buy something and walk away with it. Yeah, it was quite complicated, but it was good fun because you really got to know your customers, and you got to kind of, they'd come and find you and they'd come back in, you know, they'd come and find you and they'd say, oh, I want help with this today, I want help with that today. I don't think I see customer service like that really anywhere nowadays. The kind of similar thing might be if you went to a really, really expensive restaurant and you had someone serving you a 7-course meal or something. That's the kind of way that we had to behave towards our customers.